This video is brought to you by Osmocote, the planter's plant food.
Hi, I'm Greg Speichert, Director of Hilltop Gardens at Indiana University, and today we're going to be talking about fall planting. Today we're going to cover beets, okay? Some of you may not like beets, but I love beets, and especially if they're harvested young. And fall is the time to plant beets. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant some red beets and get you started, and maybe give them a try. If you haven't had them since you were a kid, I would give them a try again, because as you get mature to an adulthood, the taste changes for some of these vegetables, especially these root vegetables. So beets are kind of a little granular seeds. They look kind of like little tumbleweeds. So when you look at those, that's what they look like. And they're kind of corky. What you want to do with beets is you want to sow them a little thick, because that way they kind of help each other come up. If you sow them too thin, they may not make it out of the ground. So sow them a little thick. They can always be transplanted. We're just going to basically put what we call a nursery row. Get them all started in one row and then transplant them to the extra rows we need so that they're at their final spacing. So get yourself a little furrow started. Just kind of get it done. Then we're going to sow them a little thick. They're kind of corky little seeds again, so we're just going to kind of plant them. You'll get better at tapping them out of the package. When I first started, I would have my carrots in kind of big globs because they would kind of fall out of the package all at once. But you get better. It's good to practice. I said no one's checking, so no one's going to come out here and inspect your garden. So, and if they do, they can plant it. So it's good to get them covered. Need about a ½ inch to an inch of soil over the top. Make sure it's got a little bit of mulch mixed in. Throw a little fertilizer on them, because this time of year your garden's getting a little weak, you know, on the fertilizer. Most of your nutrients are gone from your composting and everything else. If you want to use compost, put it on now. Some nice fresh compost. Rabbit manure would be good. You want a lot of nitrogen on your crops in the fall, especially these later crops, because you want them to grow really fast and be tender. Sort of press it in. You don't want to even need to work it in, you just want to kind of press it in. That's it, and we'll give it a little shot of water. Again, with these, because they're corky, you want to make sure that you keep them wet. Probably the first 4 days, you want to water them every single day till they're sopping wet, okay? And then that way they'll come up faster. They should be up in about 2 weeks. Beets take a long time to come up, so don't think that they're dead or you did it wrong. They take about 2 weeks, but you need to make sure that the first 4 or 5 days, you soak them every single day. That's the dirt on beets. I'm Greg Speichert, Director of Hilltop Gardens at Indiana University. Thanks for watching.